Okay, Stella, this is Great Grandma Sally Sours. Um,
Does anybody else want something to drink?
we'll just start off with where you were born, when you were born,
Okay.
and
Elgin,
go from there. Elgin, Illinois.
Oh, yeah, and December 16th. Just shut up. Oh, great. Now that.
We won't show it to anybody else.
Okay.
1916.
No, it was not. It was 1921.
1921.
Terry always got mixed up on that. He'd always say it was 1920. Because my birthday was in December, I was one age the whole year. I was like a year younger.
Yeah.
You see, it was December 16th, 1921 in Elgin.
I got married December 16th.
Did you?
Yep.
Wow, that's neat.
That's my wedding date.
Yeah, okay, that's neat. So now what do you want to know?
You grew up in Elgin.
Yeah, grew up in Elgin.
What did your parents do?
My father had a DeSoto Plymouth garage.
Mm-hmm.
He owned that garage in Elgin.
Uh-huh.
On Grove Avenue.
Okay.
In Elgin, okay?
And was your father? Was he in politics? Was that?
Yeah, he was the mayor of Elgin.
He was the mayor.
He was a good one.
Yeah.
Dad was not a good one.
Oh, good. And Dad told me that when you were when he was about 12, you wanted to find out who your parents were because you were adopted, correct? And both of your brothers were adopted.
Yeah, they were adopted from the Cradle. That's a place in Evanston, Illinois.
Uh-huh.
Where they have children. And go ahead. What were you
Oh,
gonna
that's
say?
okay. And you were adopted from the same.
No, I was adopted. Well, after Mother Salisbury died, it was Orlo and Ada Salisbury that adopted me.
Uh-huh.
And after they died, or after Mother died, Dad hadn't died. I went to my dad and asked him if he minded if I could find out where my real mother and father were.
Uh-huh.
So he said sure, and he gave me a few clues as to where she might be.
Right.
And I finally located her, to cut a long story short, in Chicago, Illinois.
Uh-huh.
Went to visit her.
Elsie?
Elsie.
Elsie was her name?
Yeah, Elsie. Crampien.
Crampien?
Yeah, Crampien.
Huh.
And she was French and, let's see, I was trying to think what else. French and Swedish, I think. Anyway, she was a very colorful lady. She looked very much younger than she was.
Really?
She came to the door the night I met her. She had on a little strapless top and little shorts and barefoot. Just the way I dressed at home. Exactly the same.
Really?
It was amazing, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she was quite a gal. She really was. And I can't remember what year she died. It was after I moved to Niles, Michigan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
And someone had told me in the past that she was with the circus. Was that right? No? I guess that was just a story someone told.
No, she wasn't a circus. I know.
Okay. And your father worked in Chicago too, right?
Well, my father was very colorful. Do you want me to tell you what he was?
Oh, sure.
He
Absolutely.
worked in a house of prostitution for Al Capone
Oh, boy.
in Champaign, Illinois.
Oh, jeez.
And Terry loved this story.
Yeah.
Philip's got a picture of my father.
Uh-huh.
And a student came there and was shot by one of the prostitutes. So I'm not really sure. It's in the Elgin paper. If you went back into the micro thing.
Yeah, microfilm,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's how I found it. My real father died the same year that Mother Salisbury died. But what happened was they got him out, and he was not supposed to carry a firearm or go into a bar or anything, and I guess he did. He broke his parole.
Uh-huh.
And so he knew they were after him, so he went up to another brother. Now, a brother of his was telling me this.
Oh,
He's
really?
the one that gave me the picture.
Oh.
And he went up to Barrington, Illinois, and he as they were closing in, he shot himself.
Oh, wow.
So that was a story about my father.
Wow.
Yeah.
What an amazing past.
Yeah. Very, very colorful.
Very colorful.
And then my uncle's wife, I suppose you call her my aunt. She was a little petite lady sitting in the corner while Uncle Walter was telling me the story. And she said, and Sally, you wouldn't believe all the people came to the horses and these long,
She could do what?
or to the funeral in these long black cars. Well, it was the mom.
Yeah.
That's who
Yeah.
it was.
Absolutely.
So it was interesting, you know.
Wow.
Colorful.
That's
past.
very colorful.
Yeah. And mother was colorful too, like Elsie was too, in her own way.
Yeah.
She was quite a gal, yeah.
Well, that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
So you grew up in Elgin.
Yeah.
And did you graduate from Elgin High School or?
I went away to finishing school
Oh,
in Mount Carroll, Illinois.
Mount Carroll. Where's that?
Well, it's near the Savannah. It's near Savannah, Illinois,
Oh.
which is on the Mississippi River.
Yeah, I know where that's
Not
at.
too far from there.
Okay.
Which is a girls' boarding school. That's
Yeah.
where I went. Yeah.
And then after you got out of the high school, where did you go?
Then I didn't go much of any place because I started dating her father.
Oh, Vern?
Yeah.
You met him
Well,
down.
Yeah, your grandfather. Of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
I just saw Bonnie go by.
Yeah.
And so then we stayed in Elgin. We got married and stayed in Elgin.
Oh, so you met him in Elgin.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I met him in Elgin.
How did you meet him?
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
You know, I don't remember how I met him. He was such a good-looking man.
My mom is coming.
Do you know if there's a picture floating around? I think Terry said he had one of your grandfather standing on that rock at Stars Rock. I'd love to have one.
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
Wonderful picture.
We'll have to see if we can get that.
Yeah, it's a wonderful. He was probably in his 20s, you know.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
we were married till,
How old were you when you got married?
let's see, I was 18.
18. You and Grandpa got married.
18.
And then you had your first kid was Bonnie,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then Dad came just about 4 years later.
Yeah, 44. Bonnie was born in December 40, and your dad was born in June 19th, as you know, in 44.
1944.
So they were close together.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And they grew up in Elgin.
Yeah, right.
And you and Grandpa were married until 1956.
Yeah. And then we remarried.
The same year.
Yeah, remember?
Just like Dad and Mom, yeah. And then you got divorced again.
Yep.
And then you stayed in Elgin after that.
Yeah.
And what did you do did you work or did you stay at home?
never worked.
Stay at home with the kids?
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
And I met their Philip's father, Philip's Jay's father, and Megan's. And we got married. And then I had those 3 children.
So then you had who's oldest? Philip,
Philip was oldest.
and then
Then Sally Jay.
then Sally,
And then Megan.
and then Megan.
Right.
Okay.
And then we were together until, let's see, how long were we together? We got divorced in 76.
And what was his name?
Philip,
Philip.
yeah,
So it's Philip Jr.
yeah, right.
And you lived in Elgin part of the time.
No, we moved to Niles.
Moved to
Yeah,
Niles.
we moved to Niles, and that's when we got the divorce.
Oh, okay.
He went back to Iowa, that's his home state, and then I stayed there in Niles. And then I married again to Bill Sowers was his name.
Bill Sowers.
Yeah, so she got everything all over her, so just took it off and she
And we were married for,
funny how that works. I like that.
oh, that's good stuff,
Good stuff.
23 years. And then we just got a divorce a couple of years ago.
Mhm.
So now I live at home.
And you live in Indiana.
Yeah, I live in, right outside of New Carlisle.
Uh huh.
Darn it, I shouldn't have had that happen.
Around it.
Oh, that's okay.
Park home. I just love it.
And
It's a park home. It's called Mini Mountain. And it's really a trailer park.
yeah.
But I live in a park home.
Oh,
It's not a
okay.
trailer. It's a little house.
Okay. I remember going to see you in Indiana
Yeah.
and going up in the loft and all the. You always loved candles.
Yes, I still do.
Still love
Andy.
candles?
Still light them every night.
Do you really?
Yep.
That's wonderful.
Yep. I hadn't seen a friend for about, well, it was actually Sally's friend. He knew me too. And Sally talked to him about a year ago, and he said, "Does your mother still burn candles?" He said, "I was thinking about it the other day." And as she was talking to him, she was at my house, and I was burning candles.
Yeah.
So yeah, I still burn candles.
Wow.
I hope I always do.
Yeah.
I love them.
They're wonderful.
Yeah. Do you know where there's a town called Cambridge, Wisconsin,
Yeah.
and they have, there's a place called Sienna River, if you're ever up that way. So they just shop all this some Indian stuff, you know, but real primitive.
Yeah.
I love primitive stuff. And they had this little, looks like a little fire pot.
Uh-huh.
Just a little one. Then there's a candle in it, and I burn that every day.
Oh, okay.
So it's like I got a little fireplace.
Yeah.
It's neat.
We live in where we live in North Carolina. There's a lot of candle shops, and oh, it's just
Do you
wonderful.
like it down there?
Yeah, it is nice down there. What are the loves of your life? What do you really enjoy doing?
Oh, reading is number one. I love to read.
What's your favorite book?
My favorite book would be, well, there's several of them written by the same author. Her name is Gladys Tabor, and she writes books about animals.
Oh, okay.
But there's so much more to her books than just animals.
Right.
It's her life out in New England.
Mm-hmm.
And then I like just fact,
Yeah.
you know, real book. I don't like fiction.
Oh, okay.
And
I think Dan, my brother's got that from you. He'll just sit and read the thesaurus.
really,
Yes.
oh,
He'll-
isn't that wonderful?
He'll sit and read the thesaurus. He would sit and read the encyclopedias when we were kids. So
That's I cannot.
He probably got
read out
that
a
from
book.
you.
Yeah, I love to read, and then I love. Thank you so much for that plant because you don't know how I love plants.
oh, sure.
Love plants and herbs,
Uh-huh.
and I've been in health foods for a long time. For a long time, I still.
What kind of, you grow your own health foods or?
No, I go to a health food store, but I do have herbs in my garden, like you know.
Uh-huh, that you grow.
Well, it's a little window box.
Little herb garden.
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
herb garden, right?
Sage and rosemary and
Yes,
all that.
those things.
we grow that.
Do you?
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And the cooking, I love rice, brown rice, and all that good stuff, East Indian stuff, you know.
Yeah.
That's neat too. Other than that, why? Let's see what else.
Do you have some
Music.
You like music?
Oh, couldn't be without. Couldn't be without. And I like all kinds of. I'm not too keen on country western, but some of it I like.
Yeah.
Some of that country is sad, and I like sad music.
Yeah. What music do you really like?
Jazz.
Jazz.
And Bonnie's got one. I can't think of the name of the singer, but it's wonderful.
Oh, that's right. You're telling us about the jazz singer that's named Stella.
Yes. Well, no, dear. It's there's a song by Charlie Parker. He did it called "Stella by Starlight."
Oh.
And it's wonderful. It's just a wonderful song. And the minute I found out you named your little girl Stella, I thought, well, it's the first thing I thought was Stella. And your dad knows jazz because of me.
Yeah. He liked it.
Yeah. Are there any? That's what I was going to ask you. If there were any CDs around later on when you have time to see.
We'll have to look. He was very much into old music like Tony Clark and Old Blue Eyes, Frank Sinatra. He really enjoyed.
Does he have some of those?
Yes, he does.
Unless you want them,
No,
I would love to get them.
that's fine.
I
Yeah.
would love it because that's where he got it from. And Frank Sinatra to me is like jazz.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
So that would be great. And then that little picture too.
Yeah.
Was in his billfold if I could have.
Yes, absolutely.
I would love that.
We'll get that for you.
Okay.
Do you have any great stories about Dad and Aunt Bonnie when they were growing up? Have any funny stories?
Oh yes.
Let's hear some of those.
Well, one that he still tells or did tell was let's see. My mind just went blank. Oh, I used to smoke like a fiend.
Do you still smoke?
Oh no.
No? Good.
I quit in '84.
Oh,
Just
very
quit
good.
cold turkey. In fact, it drove your dad crazy because he was so used to seeing me smoking. It made him nervous when I wasn't smoking because I had quit. And then we went out, and that was so funny because Bill, my husband at the time, Joy, your mother knew about it, but we wanted to surprise Terry, your dad,
Uh-huh.
and so we drove out here. You know that little house where you live.
Yeah, in Hiawatha.
Yeah. Well, of course, you were there.
Yeah.
And Bill went up to the door with a disguise on, and Terry, your dad, came to the door, and he said, "Hi, Bill." He knew him right away. That was fun. But anyway, he loaded my cigarette with I don't know what they use, but it's those things you put in so they'll blow up.
Blow up? Yeah.
And then he went to bed. And he said that when he heard, he waited for that loud,
Yeah.
and he said when it went off, he said he was laughing so hard that his feet were kicking the wall. And he said I came in and here I was holding a cigarette with cigarette shreds down,
Yeah.
Terry Byrne, why did you do this? That was one of the things that Bonnie could tell you. Is she in there?
Yeah.
Bonnie, can you come here for a minute? Yes? Please? We need you to help me fill in. I told her a funny story about Terry, with the cigarette.
Oh,
But what are some other ones that you can remember? Oh, the bow and arrow. Remember when he came racing in the house that night? And he said, I'm going to kill that kid. Grabbed his bow and forgot the arrows.
because he wasn't allowed to have a gun or a baseball bat, so he was going to shoot him. But we've seen what you guys do with the bow and arrow. So
Yes. Yeah.
now we know where you got your training
We used to
from.
shoot them straight up in the air and then run.
But also, did you each had a bow and only one arrow?
Yes.
What was
Yeah.
that?
They each had a bow but one arrow, and they would shoot it back and forth at each other.
Oh.
Yeah.
So,
Can you think of any other funny stories?
oh, just that.
I think I remember Dad telling me one time he had a bottle of vodka and he filled it with water. And he walked down the street drinking water out of this bottle of vodka.
Sewing.
And Grandpa just went
ballistic, probably.
ballistic on it.
I used to beat up on my little brother
Oh, yeah, I thought of
all
that.
the time until he went to California to spend the summer with our grandmother. He must have been 11 or 12 at that time. He came back, and he wasn't the little boy that I had left. We got in a big argument, and he about threw me off the porch. He was so strong.
Really?
He had gotten quite healthy, and I didn't beat up my brother anymore. He
How old was he?
was probably 12.
Oh, geez.
11 or 12, and he was just starting to be a young man, and
Yeah.
I didn't know that he had muscles. I still thought I could beat him up.
Yeah.
And also, I got tied up by him once. He took a rope and tied me,
Did he really?
and he left me
Where were
for
you?
hours, tied to a tree out in front.
Oh, my Lord. Was that a
He
forest
was,
tree?
no, it was out in the country, but he got back at me because I had tied him up once and put him in the closet.
Oh.
So he left me for a few hours, and he just thought that was pretty funny. I threatened to kill him if I ever got my hands on him, but I was not able to. But when we were, Gene and I were in Texas, I must have been 21, 22. We had just moved down there from Germany, moved back, and Stacy was about 18 months old. And we're sitting down to eat, and Gene looked out the window. He said, "Your brother just pulled in the driveway." I said, "What?" He said, "Here comes Terry." Sure enough, Terry came walking up. He decided he wanted to see us. He was 18. He got in his car, started driving to Texas, ran out of money for gas, and locked his watch to get gas to come the rest of the way to Texas.
Oh, my Lord.
And he stayed with us for a week or two, and we gave him some money when he was ready to go back home.
Oh, I didn't remember that. That's a neat story.
So he wanted to be down there. So
Yeah.
yep,
It goes too forward,
That's my
stops,
little brother.
Yeah.
Wow.
anyway, those are the only clean stories I can tell.
I was thinking of a couple of them.
Risque stories.
Yeah.
No,
What's that?
no risque stories.
Not really.
Except the time he got drunk and was drinking cherry herring. Stayed at our house.
Cherry herring.
It's a liqueur.
Really?
He drank a whole bottle of it.
Oh, my.
Oh, my Lord. How old was he?
About 25. He didn't know he could throw up bread. Not good. Not a pretty sight.
I didn't know about that. Thank you, Bob.
They have different configurations too.
That's some good stuff.
Oh, gosh. Your dad and I, one thing I remember so well about him, Andy, is, and he still did it to this day. Well, two things. One thing is, whenever he called me quite often, and we'd be ready to hang up, and I'd say, "Goodbye, no, Mom, don't say goodbye. Never say goodbye.
Yeah.
Say see ya."
See ya. Yeah.
Just didn't want you to say goodbye.
Yeah.
And I do it every time. I'd say goodbye, and he'd say, "No, say see ya." I say, "See ya." Bye. And and another thing he did that was so endearing especially now.
Viking used to be really good because they were.
Of course, he was a lot taller than I was, and when he'd say something kind of sarcastic to me, you know, he'd look down at me and he had a little smile of his, and then he'd wink at me.
I priced.
And if you have an
I
older
remember
one,
that so
Would
well.
have been
I'm really
$2,500.
that's when they were still owned by.
Yeah, I know we all are.
Sure,
This
of
for the
course,
bed, that
of
wasn't
course.
for Alma.
Well, I appreciate you sitting down here with
Oh,
us.
that's okay.
today.
I would do it for anybody else.
Yeah.
I hate even having a picture taken. I'm usually like this, you know.
Yeah,
Okay, thanks, Andy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Did they cover us then?
And thank you for the drink. It's very good. Now I'll finish it.